All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at solving systems of equations with elimination yet again. Today is going to be day 2 of this. So we're going to elevate it just a little bit. So in this case, our process is to multiply one equation by a factor. Let me change colors here so it's not yellow. By a factor. So the coefficients of one variable are opposites. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if you look at this equation here, we have a negative 2x plus 15y equals negative 32. Here we have 7x minus 5y equals 17. If you notice, these two terms, one of them is a factor of the other. So if I multiply this entire equation times 3, the coefficient of y will become opposites of each other. So I'm going to rewrite that first one. So we have negative 2x plus 15y equals negative 32. Now I'm going to multiply the second. So this will become 21x minus 15y equals 51. Now I'm going to set this up like I did before as a giant addition problem. So that means this y terms, they're going to cancel each other out because you have a positive 15 and a negative 15. Now I have negative 2 plus 21, which will give us a 19x, and 51, negative 32 plus 51 is 19. So now I'm going to divide by 19 on both sides, so that means x has a value of 1. Now that I know x has a value of 1, I can go back and substitute that into one of those equations. I'm going to use the second one just because it doesn't have much negative there. So 7 times 1 minus 5y equals 17. So 7 minus 5y equals 17. Subtract 7. So negative 5y equals 10. Divide by negative 5. So y equals negative 2. So these are the 2 points that we're looking for, 2 coordinates we're looking for. 1, negative 2. So we're going to add, I need to go back to the notes here. It says add the equations and solve for a variable, and then we're going to substitute into the original equation to solve for another variable. So these two would be our solutions. So that's one more simple where we just have to multiply one equal. Now let's look at if we have to multiply 2. So we're going to find the least common multiple of the coefficient of a variable we want to cancel. So let's say I want to cancel the y. So the y is here. So my LCM in this case is going to be 6, right? In order to have opposites. So we're going to multiply to make coefficients equal to the least common multiple and its opposite. So this first one, that means I'm going to multiply this one times 3 because remember, I want to make that a 6. The second one, I'm actually going to multiply by a negative 2 because I need it to be opposite. So one of those has to be negative. So here we go. I have 9x plus 6y equals 3. Everything it's like this big distribution. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm multiplying times a negative 2. So this will be a negative 8x minus 6y equals positive 4. Now I'm going to add the equations and solve. Okay, so 9 plus negative 8 gives me x. The positive 6 and the negative 6 get canceled out, and this equals 7. How nice is that? So x equals 7. Now that I know x equals 7, I'm going to substitute back in. I'll use the first one. Doesn't matter. So we'll have 3 times 7 plus 2y equals 1. So 21 plus 2y equals 1. Oops, I was getting ahead of myself there. Minus 21, minus 21. So this would be 2y equals negative 20. Divide by 2, so y equals negative 10. And again, you can also substitute into your equations to verify. Here is your password for your assignment. The password is solve. All right, let's try some more. Okay, so I have a situation here where I can multiply one of my equations in order to create opposites. I notice that this term is a -3. Well, this one's just a positive. So if I multiply this times 3, they'll become opposites of each other. So x minus 3y equals 24 is going to stay just like that. And now I'm going to multiply the second one. So this, oops, don't want to do that. This will become 9, sorry, accidentally hit this button. 9x plus 3y equals 36. So I have now what I can add together. So this will be 10x. These two are canceled, equals, let's see, 60. Now I could divide by 10, so x equals 6. That's the first part. Now that I know x equals 6, I can solve for the rest. I'm going to use this second one here to solve for the y. So this would be 3 times 6 plus y equals 12. So this would be 18 plus y equals 12 minus 18 minus 18. So y equals -6. Okay. All right, I'm going to ask you to write this one down, pause the video, and try it on your own, and then come back and check. I'm going to do the work here silently, and we'll see how that goes. So we have x equals 2 and y equals 5.